This morning is going on day 8 with little Miss Muffet Cinnamon here on the farm. And I've really begun to introduce Cinnamon to all different foods, trying to just load her up on all the different proteins, minerals, and healthy foods. This is banana. This is the first time that Cinnamon is having banana. Of course, I do always drizzle over it a little molasses just to get that palate of hers, satisfied to take more. It's funny because my whole flock really doesn't like bananas, and yet here's Cinnamon eating bananas, and so guess who else likes the bananas now? Chip. So birds of a feather flock together carries so much more meaning to me beyond being the good shepherd. It helps me to understand, my birds help me to understand human behavior and life itself even more. Like a child who doesn't care to play with a toy, but as soon as a friend comes over and begins playing with that toy, the other child suddenly wants that toy. We as humans automatically associate those things with jealousy or selfishness, and yet really sometimes in life, we really just need somebody else, another life, to show us the way. And perhaps that child didn't play with that toy because nobody inspired that child to play with that toy, and maybe the toy was just bought because the parents thought the child wanted that toy. So ultimately the child needed somebody else to see somebody else enjoying the toy. So this is how it goes with the flock. And I really do love studying the behavior of animals with, for me, the greatest purpose my whole life being to understand humans more. So Chip is inside because she is molting. You can see around her feathers on her neck. When a bird begins to molt, which is usually once or twice a year, the first indicators of molting are the neck area. You start to see the feathers and you might wonder, oh my gosh, is the roosters getting on her too much, or is she sick, or does she have mites or something like that? They'll get their little wide-eyed look. That's what Chip has right here going on, is the little wide-eyed look. Molting is painful. I don't know if that's the right word. It's definitely uncomfortable, and it does put them into a different state of mind. This is really beautiful for me to see. Look at her standing up this morning, standing up even more. And again, talking about the power of the flock and inspiration from another life. Cinnamon really does like Chip. Cinnamon does not like Andy, not at all. So Chip's presence, one could say in comparison, is much like that of the pacer horse after a horse ends a race, and that pretty fancy horse all dressed up comes and meets the jockey on the horse, and they take each other's reins and they begin to slow that racehorse down. This is essentially what Chip is doing right now, is being the pacer. And I find it really beautiful. So Cinnamon's feet are not curled like they were in the beginning. She is definitely regaining mobility. What I discovered when we were a little concerned in the beginning of this journey with Cinnamon, when we thought it could be Marek's disease, which is a highly contagious, deadly disease, one of the symptoms of it is leg and wing paralysis, which is what Cinnamon did present with at first. And yet, with Marek's disease, once the paralysis sets in, they never regain that mobility. So on day 4.5, day 5 with Cinnamon, when she began to regain mobility, I was holding her and saw her legs start to move for the first time in my arms. I began to heavily research even more and discovered at that point that it really could be a vitamin B deficiency, which when a hen is deficient in vitamin B, it leads to partial leg paralysis, temporary, that's the key word. So I'm so grateful. This has been the most miracle of all, the NutriCal, which can be found at veterinary hospitals. I don't know, they might even sell it at Walmart, I'm not sure. As well as this is the other huge factor for anybody who has hens, anybody who has chickens, You must have this on hand at all times. I got this at Tractor Supply. You can get it on Amazon.com, basically anywhere. It does come in liquid form also. This is a powder form that I have, and I just add it to the water, stir it up, and it's packed full of electrolytes and the very essential minerals, vitamins, etc. This has been a beautiful journey for the Good Shepherd Natalie, with a very special hen who I do believe has been directly sent here into my life with great purpose to share the story of her great adventures in going from near death to regaining life in beautiful ways. She is a hen from heaven, indeed, and I am blessed, honored, and grateful to be sharing in such a miracle. Look at her comb this morning. It's starting to stand up even more. The comb, look at, Chip doesn't really have a comb. It depends on the type of bird you are. The comb is a big indicator of how your hen is feeling, as well as their health. And when the tips of Cinnamon's comb were purple, that indicated cardiovascular, heart issues, and not getting enough oxygen to the heart. I knew she was really, really sick. The comb continues to get brighter in color. I am in awe, AWE always, and I love living a life of awe and miracles every day. A miracle, by definition, is a mere shift in perception, in how we receive life. And there are miracles that happen every day in everyone's lives. Too many of us tend to think that miracles involve something that's just out of this world. And yet really miracles are what are happening here in this world. Amen.